Ready.
All right. I read on Facebook a few weeks ago some very interesting comments about Taylor Swift.
Yes.
And her controversial career. And with a swift response to Taylor Swift is Rocco Passafume. Take it away, Rocco, and your thoughts on Miss Taylor Swift.
As many of you may or may not know, Taylor Swift has become one of the biggest pop performers of this era. Her last album, 1989, won the Grammy for Album of the Year. So she's come up under a lot of momentum, and her popularity has skyrocketed, and her place in the culture, in pop culture, has risen considerably from when she was just merely a teen performer doing country music. She's done more pop music now, and she's really kind of grown in stature as not only a performer but also a social media figure. And now she's got new music. She just put out a single called "Look What You Made Me Do," which is now #1 single in the country. And a lot of people were pretty surprised, including myself, as to where the direction of her music has gone. She's gotten more combative in her music. It's gotten more darker. It's gotten more like not the typical kind of, bland, pleasant Taylor Swift people have come to know and love. And in some ways that's very interesting for what she's doing in terms of giving the public something different. But at the same time, in a way, it's kind of a little on the petty side, because the fact that she used her celebrity feuds to really fuel this song. It's basically based on celebrity feuds that she had with Kanye West and his wife Kim Kardashian, as well as another rival of hers in pop music, Katy Perry. So, I mean, on one hand, I give her a lot of credit that she's very smart enough to take whatever situation that comes at her and really, is able to make art out of it, so to speak. But I don't know, it's the opinion of this particular consumer of entertainment that it's not, like, for me, the best way to come across, in terms of entertaining the public and in terms of inspiring the public, because I feel like she's really parlaying her savvy of social media. And I think many people don't really know this too well, especially the older crowd, that social media can often be a very negative place in terms of there's a lot of combat and a lot of, people really, getting into really nonsensical scuffles over little things, whether it's, political things or things like that. And I think that she's using her knowledge of how her fans operate into this kind of thing. So it's hard for me to say where she's going to go with this, because her album isn't out yet, and I feel like it's right to be fair to the entire body of work that she plans to put out. So it may not entirely be on this path, because she has another single that just started coming out, and I think it's a bit of an improvement from where this is at. But I think in terms of what when Howie first mentioned this to me as to why she would go this route, it's a lot of it is because it's where our social media is going, and many people know that social media is what's fueling a lot of our pop culture now. It's a reflection of the culture. So we have people like Taylor Swift, like Katy Perry, like Justin Bieber, all people who have used social media in order to affect their careers. Personally, the approach that Taylor Swift uses, I'm not really a fan of completely, because I feel like her, she tries to present herself as this kind of authentic, kind of, wholesome person. And I think that sometimes people are a little smarter than that to see that maybe sometimes that's not, they gotta get a sense that maybe it's a little too played, like it's not really completely genuine. I mean, for me personally, my favorite performer of this era is Justin Bieber, and I feel like what I like about Justin Bieber versus Taylor Swift is the fact that he, for all of what he does on social media, I think he still keeps his focus on the music. I think a lot of people connect with his music, and I think that if you had to really look nostalgically back on this whole era and what performer would say, oh wow, what great memories this performer gave us, I really feel like it would be more Justin Bieber that would really do that for me versus somebody like Taylor Swift. I mean, Taylor Swift has great songs. She's going to definitely make a big impact on pop music over time. But in terms of, just for me, I feel like the way she approaches pop music in terms of using it to, air out her dirty laundry, I don't think is sort of the best way in my own opinion. So, thank you.
Okay. The Swift response.